the most prevalent challenges, both internal and external, facing Muslims in our world today. We have Arab Muslims who hate Asians and Africans. We have Asian Muslims who hate Arabs and Africans. And we have African Muslims who hate Arabs and Asians. We have light-skinned, or white as they may prefer themselves to be called, Muslims, who have a very deep and irrational prejudice towards black or dark-skinned Muslims. And we have black Muslims or dark-skinned Muslims who have an irrational prejudice towards light-skinned or white Muslims. We have the Sunni Muslims who hate the Shia Muslims, the Shia Muslims who hate the Sunni, and the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah who hate the Sufis, and the Sufis who hate the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. We have many groups who call themselves Muslims but do not subscribe to the Quran and Sunnah core principles, but rather follow some unique beliefs based upon their ethnic, cultural, intellectual, historical, or social circumstances. We have the Muslims who reject the Sunnah based upon a hadith and fiqh, but make the claim that they follow only the guidance of the Quran. We have the oppressive and repressive Muslim regimes who are the totalitarian and fascist governments who prosecute the scholars and do not allow free speech or political dissent. And finally, and perhaps the most dangerous and most insidious of those challenges facing the Muslims from the inside are the fanatical and extremist and anarchist groups who want to overthrow governments, bomb and kill innocent people, including their fellow Muslims who do not support them. They spread a reign of terror throughout the world in the name of a pseudo-jihad or a so-called Islamic revival. Now, regarding the external challenges and threats against Islam from non-Muslim governments, institutions, and individuals, this is because of an info war, an ongoing info war against Islam, mostly promoted by Islamophobes. Now, we can expect this opposition because it is both ideological and historical. However, there are many ways that we can prepare ourselves to modify, endure, and eventually overcome these challenges. Let me give a few points on how we can go about that. Number one, we must educate ourselves about Islam and its pure sources. We must support all genuine Islamic propagation efforts, and we must also do our best to present Islam according to its pure sources. We should be involved and committed to the formation and the preservation of Islamic congregations and communities who have a leader, who have an elected leader, who represents the religious, social, and political interests of their congregations. And they have accountability towards those congregations. We should all do our best to focus and concentrate our efforts to be resourceful, educated, and skilled so that we can optimize our social leverage. We must be inclined towards business, developing products and services, and moving away from the consumer mentality that keeps us subordinate. We must develop a sense of social responsibility, which integrates our Islamic values and our constitutional conformancy. We must have a genuine concern and a social give back to the society where we are citizens.